Here's a good quote from the richest man in Babylon. Advice is the one thing that is freely given away, but watch that you only take what is worth having. Here's the Thousandaire radio version. Don't listen to shitbags. Hit that like button to support the channel. Don't be selfish. Come on, give it up. If you leave yourself too open to the foul utterance of everyday peasants, and I would speculate, especially these days, you're gonna stunt your progress. So what do I mean? It's simple. If someone gives you advice, is that person reaping the rewards of said advice? Examples. Is a fat pig telling you how to lose weight? Or a jerk-off giving you relationship advice? Or the worst, political conversation from people with dirty houses? Now, if you're around people, this is going to happen all day. And I'm not saying you should have bad manners because, I mean, let's face it, that just prolongs the conversation. And you can still be pleasant and talk to these people. You just need a little overlap. Like, what do we have in common? Oh, you like food? Yeah, I like food too. All right, I gotta go now. Now, what about when conducting business? Say you need your car repaired. It's going to be $500 from a garage with 5 stars, but you know, you got a neighbor or someone that can just work on it outside for $200. They may be the real deal, but let's say you don't know and you're just focusing on that discount. This can open a money and time management shitstorm. And you'll know when you're in it, when you're standing next to your so-called mechanic and both of you are speculating on what's wrong with the vehicle and you know nothing about vehicles yourself. A good friend told me once, if you want to get slaughtered, go to the butcher. In a nutshell, that means leave things to the professionals. I gotta get ready to go to work, but I'll close with this. Some people check all the boxes, but you still have to look into their incentives. They have seemingly great advice and they seem to be reaping the rewards of it, but they're a fucking salesman. Example, someone says to you, Fords are the best cars on earth. You've had a smart conversation with them so far and you eye them over and they look the part, and eventually either they let you know or you find out that they are a car salesman at the Ford dealership. That's a no bueno. Hey, they may be right, but I mean, let's face it, they're biased. So here's the summary. If people give you advice and they're not reaping the rewards of that advice, put an X on it. And if everything checks out, but they're selling the shit that they're talking about, put an X on it as well. Now, I don't know what your path is. Hey, I barely know what mine is. But it sure is nice to see a dead end signed before you go down a path. All right, I gotta go for real. And remember, I'm just a guy talking to myself. Most of this is reminders to myself. I like to watch my own videos. But if you enjoy being a part of my inner monologue, why don't you go ahead and subscribe. See you tomorrow. Man, a catchy thumbnail.